Good morning, John again. I'm playing Immaculate Grid. I'm going for low time, low rarity score. I'm playing grid number 466 this morning in honor of Frankie Frisch, who had that many career doubles. He'll work for the Giants and Cardinals, Hall of Fame, MVP for the Cardinals. Was traded for Rogers Hornsby, which I think is a fun fact. And you know what? You look at it, and the Cardinals didn't do too bad on that trade. Hornsby had about 3 big years with 3 separate teams, as I wrote about in my book, and then he became more of a part-time player after that. So I think he was a player manager after that and wasn't playing as much. Anyway, let's play for Frankie Frisch. Let's play grid number 466. I'm going to share my screen here. And we've got the clock. This was yesterday's. This was grid number 90, so I'm officially caught up. 91 was my first grid that I played, and then they made it so you could go back and play old ones. So I played 1 through 90 over the course of several months, weekend here or there. But last night I went ahead and knocked it out. This was the timed round here, had a really low one there. It turns out the Gold Glove 300 wins. Maddox was the obvious one. He took 85%. Carlton took another 10%. Yesterday was Steve Carlton day because of number 90. Well, Carlton and Perry, they both had about 90 career WAR. Phil Necro, who I used here in the timed round. I guess I'll bring it up in a bit, but he was the other 5%. And I was looking around for him and I just glossed over him afterwards in my post game recap. Anyway, let's get into it. Playing Immaculate Grid, hit and go, and away we go. All right. That's a Nelson Cruz combo. And that's a Fred McGriff combo. Tampa Bay 2000 hits, Wade Boggs. All right, over here, Ozzie Smith is going to be my shortstop for the Padres. Tony Fernandez, Blue Jays. And I'm going to go with my guy Robin Yount for shortstop with 3,000 hits or 2,000 hits. Let's see here. Let's go Adrian Gonzalez. Oh, Adrian Gonzalez was born in the United States. All right. Took an L there. That's stairs. 0.6. Let's see. Jose Canseco. And two. Man, I did not know that. Where was Adrian Gonzalez born? I thought he was. I thought was he not on Team Mexico in the World Baseball Classic? Yep, born in San Diego. I didn't know he was a San Diego native. Even he was a hometown guy when he was playing for the Padres. I was there. All right. Well, I was so sure of wrong information. Happens sometimes. All right, we'll stop share and reshare. There's the grid where I didn't play I didn't want to play Maddox. I wanted to take a shot. So I moved I could have had Phil Niekro over here and um played Gaylord Perry here, but I'd already played Gaylord Perry in the timed round. Anyway, let's go for the rarity. See if we can make up for it. I'm gonna start over here. I'm gonna go Jose Cruz Jr. 0.2. Let's get Eric Hinsky there. Ooh, that's a little bit higher. All right, 2,000 hits. Anyone who's ever played for the Rays. Boggs took about 2/3. I think Longoria works as well. Canseco and McGriff would work. But Julio Franco. One at bat. No hits for the Rays. Takes 2%. All right. Shortstop for the Padres. How about Devi Cruz? 6.1. And for the Blue Jays, let's see, we could go Scudero. We could go with either Alex Gonzalez, um, Tulowitzki Reyes, Bo Bichette. Probably should have just gone with Bo Bichette before. Um, Tony Fernandez is a popular guy. Popular Blue Jay. I guess Tony Fernandez gets traded to the Padres. I think there's a little bit of a gap there, but um, he goes to the Padres and then comes back in '93. But then I think Gonzalez, the first one, the one who was with the Blue Jays for a long time, I think he gets going in about '94. The other Alex Gonzalez starts his career in '98. Um, I've clearly like had to go through these guys before, and he ends up in Toronto later on. So he might actually be an okay pick. But I think a lot of people would confuse the two. For some reason, I don't know. I'm not sure how many people confuse them, but um, I mean, you get Fernandez, that goes pretty deep into the 80s. Blue Jays started in '77. I don't know who like the first Blue Jay shortstop was. Um, and in the mid-aughts, I'm a little bit. I know Scudero was there for a while, probably a few years. Not sure if Semien got any time over there. He was primarily a second baseman. Bichette was there, so probably not him. Um, well, that's very satisfying. I'm gonna go with the second Alex Gonzalez. Takes 1%. Wonder how many of that 1% is legitimately people who didn't uh didn't know which one to pick. All right. And 2000 hits and playing shortstop. Um, I remember it's any games at shortstop, any games whatsoever. 2000 hits. How about Chipper Jones? It's not as sneaky as I thought. Alrighty. For let's see. Um Blue Jays. Yeah, what do I want to start on these? The Blue Jays, born outside the United States. Go Russell Martin, Carlos Delgado, Roberto Alomar, um, Tony Batista. That's a fun one. Let's go Tony Batista. Sub one. And then for the Padres, I think Henry Blanco was a Padre. That's pretty low. All right. 2000 hits, born outside the United States, slash DC. Born outside the 50 states in DC, because Puerto Rico counts. Guam also counts. Actually don't know if any people from Guam have played in MLB. Be a fun look up. 2000 hits. You get Clemente. Um, Larry Walker. He'll work. Ichiro. Um, don't think Andrew Jones gets 2000 hits. Um, Pujols will work. Cabrera will work. I want to avoid 3000 because I think 3000 is just better known. If you go 2000, then you might hit some people who aren't as well known, but if you're too close to 2000, you might go under. Todd Zeile is my guy. Todd Zeile is right at 2000, like 2002 hits or something like that. Um, Yeah, anywho, who am I gonna go with? You're not gonna get Matsui's not there. Manny Ramirez will work. He definitely had 2,000 hits. Omar Vizquel be an interesting pick. I'm not sure if Ozzie Guillen gets 2,000 hits. Probably not. He was a pretty weak hitter. Um, maybe Wangan. A-Rod, of course. No, A-Rod was born in Florida. Um, let's see. Julio Franco would have worked, but I had to use him for the Rays. I'm trying to think if there's anyone who's like, I guess Larry Walker is the Canadian that comes to mind who will work. Um, I don't know if there's anyone else from Canada with over 2,000 career hits. So at this point, I think I'm just going to go with one. Let's go with Vizquel for 1%. So I take a 9. There are only 6 options here, so I figure McGriff, Canseco, Boggs, maybe Vinny Castilla, and but yeah, Franco 2% is not bad. So, well, thank you so much for playing. I'll take a 9, and you all have a great rest of your day. I'll be back at it tomorrow. Peace.